Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven.
Peter, that was how Jesus started in his very first sermon to us. I was kind of surprised. It was so different from the sermons and the teachings in the synagogue.
I was shocked, Matthew. It was like he was saying, Israel has been waiting for the kingdom of heaven for all these hundreds of years, but I will give it to you here and now. If you will listen closely and do just as I say.
Let's take a moment to make sure we all get this. I will give it to you here and now if you will listen closely and do just as I say. Have we thought about that?
Really? That's how you heard it?
Really, that he would give the kingdom of heaven to us, not to the people sitting in the temple studying the Torah. It makes a lot more sense to me today. As I see it, many people are there to reach some status and be seen as high and mighty scholars, not exactly poor in spirit.
Right. And then they get into all those endless discussions over everything they've studied. They always know better and always have something to say about everything. Remember that time Jesus was challenged by the Sadducees?
I remember it like it was yesterday. They were grinning ear to ear, firing off questions.
But Jesus laid it out that they didn't actually know the scriptures, that they'd spent their whole lives studying. And still, they argue endlessly with the Pharisees, who are also supposed to know the scriptures to the smallest detail. It's all about winning the discussion and showing off what you know.
And when he taught us, Jesus was pointing us in a completely opposite direction. Away from all this focus on how things look on the outside and over to how things are in our minds and hearts. If I'm poor in spirit, I don't have any need to show off. Then I know I don't understand, and I need someone to teach me. That affects my whole attitude.
Let's listen to that again. I know I don't understand, and I need someone to teach me. Have we actually thought about that?
Then Jesus can really help. I remember when some of John's disciples came to Jesus and asked if he was the Messiah. Jesus simply said they could tell John that the gospel was being preached to the poor. Jesus knew John would understand. The Pharisees and scribes just argued with Jesus and had no desire to learn from him. But he preached to the poor, and they were eager to listen.
Right. The poor needed help and had open hearts. They couldn't afford the doctors, but Jesus healed them. He did miracles that changed their lives. I was there watching all this, and I was thinking, I need a miracle myself. I felt so incredibly poor when I saw how Jesus lived.
And then he started the whole sermon saying that the kingdom of heaven is for those who are poor in spirit.
Talk about a good kind of shock. Then I got faith for miracles for me too. We all experience that we aren't able to live like Jesus in our own strength. But Matthew, he has promised to send us power through the Holy Spirit. Then we will have power inside so that we'll be able to keep his word. And that is a greater miracle than healing from being sick or blind.
Yeah, that is something only the poor in spirit will experience. Those who know they need this miracle on the inside.
That is something only the poor in spirit will experience.
And starting off his first sermon like that, Jesus was making a statement.
Oh, for certain. In the kingdom of heaven, he only wanted those who really listened to what he said to them and learned from it.
In Matthew, it still applies just as much, even though he's not here anymore. He is still teaching us through what he preached earlier.
For me, I can see that poverty in my spirit has to be the foundation of my entire attitude if I'm going to actually get something out of my life. This constant awareness that I need to learn from him.
Yes. And then I possess the kingdom of heaven. I carry it with me inside. You might remember Jesus said that later. Then I am truly blessed.
I'm a disciple of Jesus Christ, learning to give and be sacrificed. On Zion's mountain to school I go, just the right type can attend, you know. Every disciple who longs and yearns, if he is meek in this art, then learns how to outcome as our Master great, how on life's ocean to navigate. Learn, learn, learn of God's Son, and climb, pause and become your passage test along the way. You will triumph each day. We'll reach our goal, we'll be fully trained if in the teaching